Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever time of the day it is where you are right now. I hope everything is well with you. This is Security Officer Reacts, and today we are reacting to another laughing auditor clip. He's going to the job centre today, but he's not looking for a job. Let's go and see how this one pans out, shall we?
Hi folks, it's a laughing auditor here, and I'm coming to you from this location. I'm in Acton, and I'm going to visit their job centre, which is just down there. So I'm going to follow the usual routine. I'll drop the camera while I get in there, and I'll pick it back up, and we'll take it from there. But in the meantime, guys, if you do enjoy this video, please like it, feel free to share it, and don't forget, pop down and hit that subscribe button, and we'll certainly see if we're going to laugh at Acton Job Centre today. But yeah, as I say, I'll pick it back up when I'm inside, and I'll speak to you guys shortly. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Acton Job Centre, it's a big one.
Did you know you're not allowed to record?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That shut him down pretty quickly. You do know you're not allowed to record? Yes, I am. Okay. I'm sure that's not going to be the end of it, but that was a blatant... Oh, okay, he didn't conform with my my demands there. I'm just going to look to my other guards and see if they can help me out with this one.
Not allowed to record. How many times have I heard that, ladies and gentlemen? So,
Sorry, but that was the quickest shutdown I've ever seen. You're not allowed to record? Yes, I am. Okay.
what have we got going on here? Childcare costs.
Excuse me,
Yes,
you can't keep on taking photos.
yes I can.
Sorry?
Yes I can.
No, you can't.
Yes I can.
You think you can?
What?
Have you had permission?
I don't need permission. I'm in a public place.
Right, close up of the security guards. This looks like it may have been around the COVID era. Not too sure because this video is nearly a year old, so not within the COVID period. But okay, two guards. They're both wearing face masks. They both have SIA badges, both door supervisor badges, and yeah, this guy looks a little bit in the seasoned age of security, and we've got a youngster behind him, probably new to the industry.
It's legal permission, you can't come on building.
It doesn't matter. It's a public place. Doesn't. Don't need any permission.
They've also got body cams on as well. I just noticed that.
Ah, the gentleman's talking sense.
Okay, attempt number 2. I can record, it's a public place. Okay. Just walks off again. So that's 2 different guards that have attempted to tell him that you can't film in here. He's told them that he can because it's in a public place, it's a publicly funded building, and they both just turned around and wandered off. I don't know whether they're all going to try and convene to be like, so what do we do now? We've never had this situation before, we're not sure what to do.
So this is the discounted broadband. The speeds don't look too great. Oh, quite a lot of security guards in here, guys. It's massive. I'll try and get you a view inside the building in a minute.
I will say though that they have just left him alone to do what he's doing. I'm not sure if they've gone to speak to one of the job centre managers or one of their own managers, because they were G4 security officers. Maybe they were just gone to look at their SOPs, standard operating procedures, just to see if there's anything in there that says that people are not allowed to use cameras within the job centre. Because as a contract security officer, when you're assigned a place to work, wherever it is, you should always have an SOP for that specific site. SOPs will be different on all the sites you work at. They will generally kind of have the same sort of general rules and guidelines to follow, but you would always have an SOP to follow as a guide, and photography might be in there, it might not, we don't know, but if it's not in there at all, then it's technically not something that you should be worried about in terms of trying to enforce, because again, if it's not in there, can't really enforce it, I guess. But I do know with the job centres, I need to get the link up, but I believe that there is a bit in there that says that you can film in the job centre.
Histories and forklift training. Paid to family support services. Jeez, that's a chunky book, that. Yes, it is. Doesn't matter. You're recording.
Yeah.
You're recording.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe are you recording? This is not allowed to recording.
I am allowed to record.
Signs is outside.
Right,
Not to
okay.
recording.
That sign means nothing to me. I am allowed to record in here.
The signs they are outside.
Okay, it's a public.
Not to record anybody.
So it's a public place, and as you might have
The
noticed,
signs they are not to record. Okay.
well, I'm going to record. Alright.
Again, there might be signs out there saying not allowed to record, but if it's a public area and it has public access, you can record. Now obviously if you was going in there to sign on, they can probably just kick you out and you end up losing your benefits and things like that, so it's probably not a good idea to do if you're signing on. However, it's a publicly funded building, it's publicly accessible, he's not going into any of the private areas or any of the sensitive areas, and regardless of whether they have signs outside or not, he is allowed to record because they've all got body cams on. They have the same powers that he has. He has the same powers that they have, the same freedoms, the same rights. Just because they're security, just because they've got body cams and they're working for the company, does not give them extra power to film in public. There's no law preventing it. They're following the same laws that he's following in terms of public photography. So they can turn around and say, yes, but we're security. Doesn't matter. You're allowed to film.
I don't need to listen to you, unfortunately, my friend. Alright. Jeez, 3 times. Need to remove me off the premises. Are you sure about that? Security's job is to observe and report, my friend, not to put hands on people. So I'd be very careful about what you do next, alright?
You have to understand the signs are there to everyone.
I understand the sign, but I've got the
Everyone who comes
okay,
here.
so
That's the signs
right.
to follow everyone.
I've got the DWP memo.
If that sign's out there to follow everyone, then you need to disable that that chest cam, because everyone is everyone. You don't get any special privileges. If the sign says no recording inside, that applies to you as well.
On how you deal with
That
people.
is the DWP rules and
No, no.
regulations
Do you want to see the
People
DWP
coming
memo?
in not
Do you
to
want?
record.
Do you want to see the DWP memo? Because I've got it, and I've also got the G4S training. All right, so I know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Yeah, you are allowed to record, and the law that allows you to record me is the same law that allows me to record you.
What did I say?
Allowed. Yeah.
But you're not following.
Well, I'm going to record, so I'm doing it
I'm
now.
recording, yes, thank you.
Pardon?
I'm recording you as well.
Not a problem. I don't mind that.
No
All
problem.
right, but the law that allows you to record me is the same law that allows me to record you.
Same.
All right.
Exactly what I
It's not
said.
my first rodeo. All right. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, why don't you just mind your own business? How about that? They'll have to remove me from the building. Not so sure about that, ladies and gentlemen. So, where was I?
I explained the rules and regulations.
That's as far as we go.
Exactly. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's as far as they go.
I mean, there you go. That sounded like that was an employee of the job centre. That's as far as you go, because that's the public area. When you go out to the back area where they've got all the computers and people sitting down doing their job seeker stuff and all that sort of thing, that's where you're kind of infringing on people's personal information and things like that. And he's kind of not going out in that way, because again, they need to look after data protection, things like that. All the monitors in the job centre area where people are having their interviews, they'll be displaying personal information, that sort of thing. And he's trying to literally stay in the lobby area so he doesn't capture any of that, or he doesn't overhear any personal information. So yeah, you can't really go into there because you'll end up causing a breach, and they don't want that. And yeah, you would have no reason to go filming in those areas anyway.
Double honor, thank you.
Yeah. It's fine.
Let me just get my paperwork out. So you'll know that we're on the same page.
I bet they're all standing behind him. They're all following him.
My 2 documents that I carry to every job centre audit that I do. Due for this training. And it's getting pretty tattered now. I'm going to have to print out a new version. But filming on DWP land backgrounds. I don't think I'm going to be able to look at this. What?
Why's he doing that for?
So he's taking away the leaflet so the public can't watch it. Yeah, that's fine. Not a problem. I already got it on film anyway, mate, so... Oh, an absolute moron.
Not sure what that achieved, to be fair. If it's publicly accessible, anyone can go in there and look at it, so why can't it be filmed? It's not secret, it's not sensitive. He's just trying to get rid of all of it so that he'll stop filming it and then leave. That's probably the reason why he's done it.
I'm not too bad. I've just got a suggestion. See that lady's computer? I can see onto that screen. So if anybody's personal details are on display... Is there not? Oh, that's good to know. Alright. Just thought I'd bring it to your attention, just in case. You can never be too careful, you know?
Yep, you don't want to fail in GDPR.
So, I would like to ask that because I know you do record audio as well.
Yeah.
I've got a lady who'd like to be seen by this gentleman here, and I'd like you not to be in the area recording because of confidential information.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still in the public area of the job centre, so...
You are. I'm asking for some consideration. We've given you some consideration, haven't we?
No, not so far. I've been accosted by 3 security guards. I've had someone threatening to have me physically removed, so I don't really see where the consideration aspect's coming into it.
Sorry you feel that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but you've got definitely a better demeanour than some of your colleagues here. But yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But I am asking, would it be possible to give this customer some consideration for her confidentiality? Just in the same way that you asked,
Yeah.
or you highlighted about the possibility of confidential data on me.
So yeah.
Which is perfectly reasonable. He's literally gone up to him and said that I can see everyone's personal information on that lady's computer over there. You could be in breach of GDPR. You might want to take that into consideration. And this guy's come along and said, well, there's some woman literally coming onto this table directly behind me that needs some privacy while she's being seen. And now he's kind of being a little bit awkward and no, I don't want to move. Isn't that a bit of a contradiction? So TLA, you kind of contradicted yourself in this one, unfortunately, because you can't turn around and say, I've just got an interest in protecting people's personal information, trying to bring up the whole GDPR and Data Protection Act, and then refusing to move when somebody wants their personal information spoken about directly where you're standing. Can't have it both ways, unfortunately.
I understand, but you know how GDPR works, do you?
I've got an understanding.
Yeah, so you know the responsibility to protect people's individual personal data is under the organisation, so... I appreciate you asking nicely. You know, if I hadn't been accosted off as 3 security guards and threatened to be physically removed, it might have been more amenable, but... Jeez, I've lost my place. I need to start again.
I mean, not being funny, but this one is a bit of a dick move because now he's interfering directly with the job centre's operations there, because now that they've had to now get up and move back and further on, and you know she's coming in for an interview for whatever reason, and he's kind of interfering with that. Now I get it, okay, fair enough. This table shouldn't be so close to the public area, so they may need to kind of push it back and not have it so close. But it's been a bit of a dick in this one, unfortunately. Sorry, TLA. I'll call it as I see it. I'll always give out good points when I see it, and I'll also give negative points as I personally see it.
That's a bit awkward, guys, trying to do this thing. Imagine you wanted to write down some of these websites or phone numbers. That'd be easy. But there's not much else to see. I've done all the boards, I think. So I'm going to let you into a little secret, my friend. I'm going to let you into a little secret because I know you've not listened to me up until now. Alright?
Yeah, I wouldn't waste your breath with this guy because he's just going to keep talking over you. He has absolutely zero interest in anything you have to say. You could probably have the law, you could have the guidelines, you could have their training and just literally show it to him, and he will just look straight for it because he's not interested in anything you have to say. You could be 100% in the right, but because you're not listening to his instructions and you're not leaving, he will refuse to listen to anything that you have to say or to prove. So you're wasting your time, I reckon, with this one. The older guy in the back, maybe he would listen, I'm not sure, but this one will just not, it will just keep talking over you.
You see what the wooden floor is?
Yeah.
That means it's a public area. Alright, why have you got notice boards there?
Yeah, it's a board, signboard
For members of the public to read. You're havering, man. Alright, so wind your neck in and go back to work. Bye. See ya. Listen to your colleagues, wind your neck in and get back to work. How about that? Appreciate it, thank you. You're not listening. I'm not listening, you're not listening. You know what I mean?
We're all standing in a circle.
Can you go back to your positions, please? Please. Yeah.
I think this chap here, two of them, are working with quite a lot of common sense today and deserve a pat on the back compared to the conduct of our colleagues. But I'm pretty much done. So just for your reference, guys, when you ever walk into a job centre, you always see a wooden floor like this. That denotes that it's a public area of the job centre. Hence why you always find your notice boards here, and in the carpeted section is always where your desks and stuff like that are. So that's technically a private area. I'll never go in there. You'll never see me walk in those sections. I always sort of stick to the public areas. Because that's where I'm allowed to be. I'm off, Chief, but thank you for staying professional. I appreciate it, yeah. Well done. You as well, mate. Well done. Thank you. Gentlemen, you've got a lot to learn. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Acton Job Centre. What a carry on. Jeez, the way they were coming up to me there, then one guy saying he physically remove him. It's not happening, not today.
Right, I've just scrubbed through the video and the rest of it is him just walking along talking about what he's just seen there. So we won't watch all of that. We'll go back to our final thought. Right, so all in all, not a bad video. I was with him for quite a lot of that. You know, he was exercising his rights to film, trying to explain to him what was going on. Just generally just walking around in the public area, and he literally caught a glimpse of the lady's computer out in the background. I mean, to be fair, she was sitting quite far away, so I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have been able to see any of the smaller details within the little boxes that you get for like name, address, all that sort of thing, if it was personal details on there. However, yeah, I did find it a bit of a contradiction that he's sitting there trying to explain to them that they're probably in breach of GDPR and all that because of the monitor, but then was trying to be a little bit funny about moving out of the way when there was a woman directly in front of him trying to have her interview done, by saying, well, I'm in the public area. Okay, you can't argue about one thing and then contradict yourself with another. I mean, don't get me wrong, I completely agree the table should not have been that close to the public area, but it was in an area where somebody wouldn't really normally be standing. I mean, yeah, there were leaflets there, but yeah, that's down to, you are right, that is down to them to make sure that the tables are further away from the public area. And obviously because of that, because of you bringing that up, he then had to shut down his computer and move further into the more personal area. So you're kind of interrupting somebody's job centre interview there. And personally, I think that was a little bit of a dick move, if I say so. However, like I said earlier, I will always stand up for people when they're right, and I'll always stand up for everybody's rights and their freedoms and all the rest of it. However, I will also criticise as and where I see fit as well. So again, I know that you won't. If you do watch this TLA, don't take it personally. Again, that's just my personal opinion on it, and we were all entitled to an opinion. So yeah, that was the Laughing Auditor in the Job Centre in Acton. Please give him a like, give him a subscribe if you haven't already. Link down in the channel. Description down in the channel. And yeah, you can watch the full video. So please give us a like and a subscribe too, and I will see you next time. Bye.